What's up, boys? How's it going? So this is reaction to UFC 320, Ankalaev vs Pereira 2, and let's get into it. But first, I'm gonna say I'm sorry I haven't been around. Very busy time for me, and then I've also been quite sick. I'm sure you can still hear it in my voice. Um, I'll try at least get a reaction video out each week to the 2 subscribers I have, but I want to try and make this. I will try and make this consistent. I got a very busy period in my life at the moment, but once this is over, then it won't be as busy anymore, and hopefully we can get more consistent content. I really want to make fighter spotlight videos. Like there's specific fighters who've been on the UFC roster for a while that I would really like to give some special attention to. All right, first fight on the card: Veronica Hardy vs Brogan Walker. Did not watch the fight. I thought Veronica Hardy might win just because she's Dan Hardy's wife. She won, I suppose. That's as much as I really thought about it. Moving on. Ramazes Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderfield. I thought Austin Vanderfield was going to win. He was very good in his first UFC fight. Took him down, beat him up. And that's exactly what he actually did in his first, in the first round of this fight. He took the guard down. He took Ramage down and half guard, beat him up on the floor for a bit. Nothing too damaging, but Ramaz kept jumping a guillotine, which I think helped. This was actually a big theme of the card. Was lots of people jumping guillotines. So, he jumps the guillotine. Austin gets out of it, gets to top position, wins the first round. But at the opening of the second round, Ramazan blitzed forward and threw a, was it a left head kick? I think it was a left head kick as Austin was trying to circle out and caught him square on the face with it. This stunned him, and Ramazan managed to take him down and do some more ground and pound to him. It was really good, but then Austin managed to scramble and get up again. And Ramazan jumped the guillotine again, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh my god, really? We jump in the guillotines. But then he gets him with the guillotine. I think he did a different kind of guillotine to what most people traditionally think. It's where you cup under the chin, right? With the choke hand, where you got the head on it. You wrap it under the chin, and then you cup with your other hand on the chin, and then you turn up, and it puts the thumb bone, like a thumb bone, and then in the bone that connects your thumb to your wrist, it puts that into your chin, and it's just like the most painful thing you've ever felt in your life. I think that's the kind of guillotine he used, which is actually a very good guillotine because you just have to be enough to put like that pain on them to make them tap. Anyway, really good shot from Ramirez. Austin Vanderfield, he looked good, but yeah, he just got caught. He had a good striking too. He was landing some really nice jabs. Disappointing. Not end of the world. He's still got Paige Van Zandt to go home to. So how bad can it be? Moving up the card, Chris Gutierrez versus Farid Basarad. Farid just kind of took control of the fight. Chris Gutierrez didn't really do much till the third round. Farid did land such a slick double leg on Chris in the first round. Like DC said, I don't think there's anything you could have done there. But yeah, he just controlled him for the end of the first round. Second round just outstruck him, did better. Good slick striking, and I like that he stays pretty safe. Third round, Chris came out a little bit more aggressive here, which was good to see. I hate it when the guys know they've lost the first two and they still like try to win by decision. It's like, it's not going to work, mate. Yeah, Chris came out, made the third round more competitive. I still would have given it to Farid third round, but yeah, okay fight, pretty stinky, not much happened. I don't particularly enjoy watching Chris Gutierrez or Farid Basarad fight, but what can you do? Anyway, moving on. Macy Sasson versus Yana Santos. Did not watch this fight, so I didn't watch any of the early prelims live. Sick and sleep, so I thought I wouldn't wake up in time. I thought Macy Sasson was going to win. Apparently Yana Santos won. Good for her. She's probably better to have at the top than Macy Sasson. So, moving on. Poliana Sorianto versus Nikolai Vertiankovic. I thought Poniano was going to win. He looks awesome since he's moved down to welterweight. I really like him. He is exceptionally strong, and his wrestling is, I think, fairly good. And he's got decent striking anyway. Now, I especially thought Poliano was going to win this one because Nikolai, he fought Austin Vanderfield in his debut, and Austin Vanderfield took down and beat up Nikolai, right? I was like, okay, Puliev, he likes to take people down and beat them up. I don't see why he wouldn't do this to Nikolai. And that's exactly what he did. Nikolai tries to pull guillotine. I don't know why we all pull guillotines. Like, it works 1 in 20 times. You know what I mean? And when it doesn't work, you put yourself in bottom position in MMA. Doing it in Jiu-Jitsu, very different. In MMA, yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. What's it called? And, yeah, he got beat up. I will say in the third round, in the last 30 seconds, he pulled a guillotine that looked very, very tight. But that guillotine, I wasn't too concerned by it. I thought Puliev might tap, but I wouldn't have put money on it because Nikolai rolled to the wrong side. So, in order to make the tightest possible guillotine with the best finishing potential, you got to roll to the side that the head's on. You don't want to do it on the opposite side. It just gives them too much room to move, and it's not a good way to finish the guillotine. You want to be on the side. You want to be their head on the side that their head is, ideally a little bit off to the side, so not directly underneath them, like a bit to the side, and then you've got a very good chance of finishing the guillotine. But yeah, Puliev, good job. He's doing quite well for himself. I'd like to see him against like that Andreas Gustafsson fella. That would be quite good. Anyway, that was the early prelims. Now we're just going to move on to the regular prelims. Starting off, we had Edmund Sebastian versus Andre Muniz. I was a little worried at the first because Andre Muniz looked okay. And then Edmund caught him with a left hook, I believe. And that was the end of that. Edmund is really good. He's got much better. Looks big and strong for the division, which is what I like to see. And yeah, he just has good finishing instincts. He managed to finish Andre Muniz. Andre's just too slow, man, and he's a jiu-jitsu guy. And I just don't think those things go too well together. I find these jiu-jitsu guys, right, they come over, they're all big and strong, which is very good for jiu-jitsu. But I find they're a bit too slow. They don't have that, like, snap, you know what I mean, that, like, the good strikers have. So, it was a bit of a shame to see. But Edmund Shabazi is looking good, man. He might get a ranked guy next, to be honest. It would be a good fight with him versus Joe Parfa. I think that'd be quite fun. So to be fair, Joe might be looking to go up the rankings and not look to fight down. Anyway, good fight. Moving on. Patchy Mix versus Jacob. I don't know how to pronounce. I can't speak Polish, man. This fight was really annoying to watch. Again, I don't know why we're pulling guillotines again, man. It made it too close. So, Jacob won the first round. I thought Patchy won the second and third, but I'm going to be honest, I don't really care. Patchy didn't do enough to win, like make it much of a statement, so in my eyes, whatever happens, happens. Yeah, Jacob won. Better striking on the feet, which is crazy. Pushed the pace a bit better. We did gas in the third round, and that's how Patchy was able to win that one, like taking him down and almost submitting him. Yeah, Patchy when he got the back of Jacob, he looked way better. Sorry, just 1 second. Dog likes to bark outside my window, so we have to smack the window every now and then. I thought Patchy could have done better, and it's sad to see because you can see he has talent. Like when he takes the back, he did it in a very nice and slick way where he was starting to set stuff up. But it's just too little too late. I don't know. There's also another thing I noticed. This was the pulling guillotines card and the starting too late card. Like, I don't know why everyone was starting too late. But this was a disappointing fight. Just because I could see so many little mistakes that he was doing. I don't know why he's so flat-footed in a square stance. Like, come on, man. You can do better. I know you can do better, man. it's not looking too good for Patchy. It's not looking too good. But good for Jacob. Give him whoever. I don't care. But it's overall a really good card, guys. Look, it got a bit boring though in between fights because you had to wait for the next fights to start because everyone kept getting knocked out. Anyway, speaking of knockouts, Daniel Santos says Ju Sang. Good for Daniel Santos, man. I don't know who missed weight. I tried looking it up to see who missed weight. I think it would be Yu Sang because he looked like a massive. He looked massive for lightweight, and this was supposed to be a featherweight fight. So, and also Daniel looked a bit flabby. So I'm assuming that that's what happened there. Yu Sang, very strong, very good striking, but when I saw him backing up with his hands down and got clipped twice in the first round by Daniel Santos, I was like, this is not going to end well. You can't. I just don't think you can do that with MMA gloves. Like boxing gloves, maybe. I still wouldn't, but maybe. MMA gloves, they hit a bit differently. So no, I don't like that. And then he won the first round, good striker and kind of little man Daniel Santos, but Daniel came back. He blitzed forward. He threw combinations, and the last shot of his combination was a left hook, landed nice clean on the chin, and just knocked him down, wobbled him, and Daniel managed to finish him off with ground and pound on the floor. So very impressive for Daniel Santos. You was way bigger than him, so you could have been a fucking welterweight. No, probably not, but he was looked big for welterweight. I mean for lightweight. So. How this guy makes featherweight, he should probably just move up, probably help with his chin anyway. But yeah, bad fighting style. The way to beat these guys though, the ones who have their hands down, is because it's very hard to. You can't go 1-for-1 with them. Like you can't go 1-2, jab, 2. You know what I mean? Or like left hook, because they see it coming because they got their hands down, so it's very easy for them to see things. And then they counter because their hands are in weird places, so it's easier to counter. So if you want to beat those guys, you have to throw combinations. And when Daniel did throw combinations, that's what happened. He landed it because it's too hard to move a multiple to move with multiple punches coming through. Another tip is you double up on punches. So like a triple jab, for instance, will probably land at least the third jab. One I like to do is you do 1, 2, and then you reload and throw another 2 immediately. Usually catches them off because they would be moving their head back. Because they would be moving their head like you anticipate you should throw another jab or like another a left-handed strike. So when you throw a right-handed strike again, catches them off and they usually move their head into it. But yeah, good fight, good for Daniel Santos. I thought you was fun, but I don't like the cockiness. It's weird to see a cocky South Korean. Usually you don't associate that with Asian culture, but maybe that's just my bias. Moving on. Oh my god. Gutierrez versus Vines. I don't know who sanctioned this fight. You know what I mean? This was sanctioned murder. Vines owed someone money, and he was gonna and Vines couldn't pay it, and he was gonna get it beaten. That's for damn sure. Yeah, Vines circled around a lot, just trying to. I mean, I don't know what I would do if I was in the fucking ring with Gunter. Maybe just go home and cry. You know, you just tap out immediately. There's no way you're gonna win. But yeah, I took this on short notice. This is terrible. I actually think this shouldn't have been sanctioned. This is pretty bad. Gunter just beat the crap out of him. Vines tried to take him down, which I think was the right plan, but Gunter just pulled him off him and then threw him to the floor and beat the crap out of him. You know what was good though? Vines shot a takedown, and as with his head like looking at the floor, and Gunter just stepped a few steps back and threw a knee and just stunned him really badly, and I think it was just downhill from there. Yeah, I don't know. I think Vines was off balance because he's eaten some. On the second takedown where he got chucked off, Vines was probably off balance too because he's eaten elbows to the side of the head. Yeah, man, it was just a brutal fight. Give Gunter an actual like contender, please. Like, wouldn't it be cool to watch him versus Bruno Ferreira? Like that, I think that would be a good fight. And Bruno Ferreira's proved that he's quite good. I think this would be a good fight to see. But yeah, Gunter's really good. I'm interested to see how he does in the later rounds, because carrying that much muscle mass, man, that's exhausting. Alright, main card. 320 card. And we open it with Abus Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. I thought Joe Pyfer was going to win. And I was thinking about it a lot, right? I don't think Abus has amazing finishing potential, and he does waver in the later rounds. He did better than I thought in the first round, like controlling Joe, took him down, or reversed the takedown. I think he reversed the takedown, and he just beat Joe up on the floor for a while, and it was looking really good. I was like, Joe might be in trouble here, because that's not a tiring thing for Abus to do, to sit in top position and beat him up. But then Joe came straight back to the clinch in the second round, and I was like, oh, maybe he's trying to tire him out with grappling and like push the pace. And then oh my god, what did he catch him with? Caught him with a shot. That just wobbled him and put him, the Joe Pyfer was special. And he took him down, and knocked him down, and Joe has, I think, really I'm sorry, excuse me. Joe has really underrated jiu-jitsu, and took mount, got the arm triangle in, managed to finish it, even though Abus was doing the answer and the phone defense. I don't like the answer and phone defense. It doesn't work a lot well if you're with a strong guy. And the reason it didn't work in this particular case is because Joe kept pushing his head closer, like tighter and tighter into Abus's fist, which pushed into his head, which made the space even smaller. So yeah, that's why that one worked so well, because he pushed his head into it and made it even tighter. But yeah, good fight, good start to fight off. Way to start off the card. Good for Joe. Give him someone ranked. Like, he actually needs someone ranked. Like, I don't know. I'm not a matchmaker. Moving on. Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. I mean, fuck me. Yusuf Zalal comes in there and just wrecks everyone. I like that. It was a good game plan. We know Josh likes to throw big, heavy, meaty strikes, meaty hooks, as I like to say. And Yusuf ducked under, took him down. Transition to the back. Josh managed to slip out of it, but he managed to snag that armbar, and Josh had to verbally tap. Not much to say there. Very impressive. I think Josh tapped at the right time. You don't want to break your arm over this. Not worth it. Very good fight. Yusuf is looking deadly, man. Do him versus like a Yair Rodriguez or something. Like, I don't know where Yair is. Get some movement going. We got a lot of cool top contenders here. We got Lerone Murphy, Yusuf Zalal. Get him up there. I don't know. I'm just sick of these top featherweights kind of sitting on their position. Who did Brian Ortega fight recently? Oh, Aljamain Stewart. Yeah. So, like, get these top guys out of here, man. You could do Yusuf Zalal versus Aljamain for, like, a title eliminator. Though I think you should do Aljamain versus, what's his name? Lerone Murphy for title eliminator. But, yeah, good for Yusuf Zalal. I don't know how much more Josh Emmett's got left in him, to be honest, mate. If I was him, I'd probably just retire. I mean, he's got nothing left to prove. We're going to move on because I'm going to lose my voice soon. Yuri Prohaska versus Khalil Roundtree. Holy shit, what a fight, man. So for the first 2 rounds, I thought Yuri, I didn't know who this was in the cage, fighting Khalil Roundtree. Yuri looked awful. I wouldn't be surprised if he came in with an injury, man. His legs looked crap. Like, they really did look crap. And Khalil was just landing such good. He's so quick. I didn't realize this before. He is so quick. Strong and quick, and he's just landing these awesome combinations and leg kicks. And my god, the left body kick from Khalil was just, you could see the marking all over Yuri's body. Like, that was really, must have been terrible, man. But yeah, and then the third round, Yuri did what he was supposed to do, which was, holy shit, I'm losing, and pushed the pace on Khalil, and just, Yuri made it a race. He was like, I wonder if this was the game plan from the beginning. You're not going to win the first 2 rounds. Let Khalil time himself out and then beat him up in the later rounds. Because that's what Alex did to Khalil, so I wonder if Yuri thought the same thing. But yeah, this was like, Yuri came in there and just made it dirty, brawled with Khalil, and I think Yuri was like, you know what, I have to trust I have the better chin, and came in there and just brawled with him. And yeah, at the 2-minute mark, he caught him with 2.5 minutes in, it started to look like Yuri was running out of steam, but he just didn't give up. And Khalil was landing back. He landed some mean elbows, man. Mean elbows. But Yuri kept kneeing him in the stomach and catching him with hooks. And then I think what happened was Khalil turned into a straight right hand, and it just slapped him. And Khalil just dropped face first into the canvas. So yeah, Yuri pulled that shit out of the fire. Leon Edwards, this is what you have to do if you want to win a fight. You know, if you lose in the first rounds. So yeah, good for Yuri, man. Now, I'll be honest, either of these two guys could have won and I would have been happy. But I like Yuri. I do like Yuri a lot. He's very fun to watch. I don't know what you do. I think you do. I think Alex... I'm not going to talk about it yet because we're going to get there yet. But fantastic for Yuri. Good showing by Khalil. He shows he deserves to be at the top there. I think you could do him versus like a Jan Blachowicz of a win would be really good. Anyway, moving on. Moab versus Corey Sandhagen for the bantamweight title. Moab wins dominantly, not dominantly, really well. Moab won the second and third and the fifth round, and in the second round he got a 10-8, so it looks better than it looks pretty good. Anyway, first round starts off, Corey Sandhagen doing his thing, striking. I liked his combinations really well. And he wins that round pretty easily. I'm sitting there thinking, hey, maybe Corey's got something in here for him. Maybe we underestimated him. And then the second round, Moab catches him with a right hand. It was either a straight right or an overhand. And wobbles the crap out of Corey and almost finishes him. It's very close to finishing him. He's just very lucky Moab has no punching power. I did find it funny because the commentary team was talking before like how Corey's never been finished, and I'm like knocked out, and I'm like, my God, if Moab of all people is the guy to knock him out, that's gonna be hilarious. But yeah, that was a 10-8 round number 2. Moab does his thing in the third and just wins it. Corey comes back in the fourth with some good striking, but he wins the round. But the fifth round, Moab I don't know how this guy has such good cardio. I really don't. I don't have much to say for this. Moab's probably going to be the bantamweight GOAT. I'm happy Corey at least got a title shot because he was always so close to getting a title shot. At least he got his chance. So. Good for Moab. Good performance from both of them. But yeah, Moab is just better, man. Moving on. Now this is what we were all been waiting for. Magomed Ankalaev versus Alex Pereira. Pereira just came in there, and going into the build-up, we were a little bit worried. We were like, could him being emotional be bad? And I've heard people say this. But I was thinking this is actually what he needs. Because in the first fight, right, he was just too passive. I'm like, he needs to get fucking angry. How could this guy take my belt? He doesn't deserve to take my belt. And Pereira came in there angry and put the pressure on him and just... Ankalaev went for a check left hook and he leaned. I would have been to his... Hang on. He went for a check because he's southpaw. He went for a check right hook and leaned to his left. And Pereira just came in with an overhand right and just landed it on his clean on the side of the head, right on the temple, but more on the ear. And that just wobbled Ankalaev so badly. He shot in. Pereira, I like this. He got that frame on the chin with his left arm frame on the chin. Pushed Ankalaev's head down so that he couldn't at any time push him to the floor. And just beat him up there. And won the fight. And I was so happy, man. This is what we needed. I keep saying this with the wrestlers. I know it's hard. And once they take you down, it's annoying to get up. But you have to just say... Okay, you're a really good wrestler, but I'll get back up. I know I can get back up, but I'm a better striker than you, and I'm going to land my power punches on you and knock you out. That's exactly what Pereira did. This was perfect. Performance by him. I don't think he could have done anything better. I'm so happy to see it, man. I've been a big Pereira supporter for a very long time. Just good. He was the first. This was the second pay-per-view I ever watched. Was the Pereira fight with Izzy, UFC 280, and I've been a fan of his since then. So good for Pereira, man. Really glad to see it. Makes my day. Matchmaking. Pereira, give him Tommy. Give him Tommy. You know what I mean? Let Pereira build his legacy. He's done so much for the company, and I think he put him up against Tommy, because there's nothing interesting anymore at light heavyweight for him to do. He's beaten everyone of interest. Do I really want to see a Carlos Ulberg fight? No, I really don't. Pereira's getting older now. Put him. I think we got to give him heavyweight. I mean, I saw a video of him weighing at 118 kilos. Yeah, just give him heavy. He's heavyweight. He's heavyweight weight. Let him fight at heavyweight. He looked way bigger than Ankalaev today. He really did. I can't believe this guy used to make middleweight. Isn't that crazy? Give him Tommy. I think Tommy will win, but this is the fight we need to see. I want Pereira to have a chance to prove that he's one of the greatest ever. I already think he's one of the greatest combat sport athletes ever. He's one of the greatest mixed martial artists ever. Yeah, give him Tommy. Make an interim belt between Yuri and Carlos Ulberg in the meantime, and then that kind of legitimizes it a bit more. Because I think Yuri, he beat Jamal Hill and Khalil Roundtree. I would like to see him beat like a fresh up and coming contender before he gets another shot at the belt, because he's already lost to Pereira twice. So I'd like to see, and it would make that fight more exciting. And then you do Khalil versus Rakic and Azamat Murkakhanov, I think. But fantastic fight. Really enjoyed it. I'm going to be rewatching some of these fights, definitely. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope my voice wasn't too bad.